Welcome to the Million Pound Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. I've personally lost over 100 pounds. I've helped my hometown lose over 35,000 pounds, and now I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by helping you gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. And my friends, the perfect time to start taking action is now. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude. And this is episode number 184. You probably don't need a new diet. Now, I'm going to tell you before we dive into this one, I know you probably, by the title, you probably think I'm crazy. But before we dive into this one, if this topic rings true, if it hits home, if it connects with you, I want you to hang out after the show. I'm going to tell you about my brand new Transformation ReBoot program. Registration is open through Thursday. You're going to want to get in. All right. So we'll just leave it at that for now. But like I said, you probably think that I am crazy by putting this out there, that, and I'll even one up my position. You probably don't need a new diet, and you probably don't need a new fancy fitness regimen. And I'm going to tell you why. You're probably like, dude, you're a fitness professional, PhD, you've lost it. This is how you make your money. This is how you pay the bills. And honestly, I think a little bit differently. And in this episode, I'm going to challenge you to think a little bit differently as well. I want you to think about your transformation process like you're trying to build something. So, like if you order something from IKEA, like a piece of furniture, which by the way, totally intimidates the hell out of me. Like my wife is trying to get me to order a new bed from IKEA. It's always like a great price. And you know that I loves a good deal and saving money, but it's so intimidating because you hear the stories of like, there's like 10,000 pieces and it's so hard to assemble. But I digress. Let's say that we do take the plunge and we order something from IKEA. They're going to send you the materials that you need. They're going to send you some tools, hopefully. They're going to send you an instruction manual that makes sense, hopefully. And the goal is to be able to correctly assemble the parts so that you can enjoy the product, right? Now, with the transformation process, what I see is that people get very, very frustrated because I think we're all willing to put in the work with whatever program we're plugged into, whatever diet, whatever nutrition plan, whatever fitness program, but we don't see the long-term results that we're after, or even worse, we get sucked in that black hole of fitness doom that you hear me talk about, and we get in that cycle of weight loss and regain, that negative self-talk, that frustration. We quit, we start again, we get some results, we quit, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I feel like the issue that we're dealing with is that we're focused on the tools. We are too focused on those tools, aka the nutrition and the fitness programs. All right, so to kind of continue with our little analogy that I'm using here with building something, we're just randomly grabbing tools out of the toolbox. All right, we're opening up that transformation toolbox, grabbing out random tools and hoping that that is the right tool for the job, and we are following zero instruction manual at all. We're willing to take action, but we have to be willing to go one level above the toolbox. All right. Now, I know that some of you are probably out there saying like, Adam, PhD, I am following all the directions for my ketogenic diet. And I would reply to that you are 100% correct. But what you just said, you might be like, I'm following all the directions that my personal trainers give me. Okay. I'm following all the directions to a T of my ketogenic diet, my paleo diet, my Weight Watchers diet, whatever. All right. It doesn't matter. You're correct. All right. I believe that you're putting in effort, that you are following the rules of that game. But that's just like saying that you are following the instructions on how to use a hammer. All right. You know that you hold the hammer and you hit the nail. So if you're trying to build this piece of furniture that IKEA sent you, you're just out there, you're executing that. You're holding hammers, you're hitting nails, you're holding hammers, you're hitting nails. That doesn't mean that you're going to build that piece of furniture. That doesn't mean that you are working towards that goal that you're trying to achieve. Right? So we need to, like I said, look above that. We have to think outside of the transformation toolbox, get outside of the box and look a level above and form that transformation instruction manual, right? We have to be able to answer questions like, what am I actually trying to accomplish? And what could keep me from getting there? And just getting out the hammer and nails, that doesn't accomplish that. Just executing the ketogenic diet, or just following your personal trainer's instructions, or just executing your P90X program, that isn't going to be enough. That is just taking that tool out of the toolbox and hoping it's the right one and taking action and putting effort in. This is where I feel like most people get confused and frustrated, because we put a lot of effort into those programs, right? But again, those are just the tools. All right. So this isn't about starting a new diet or another new fitness program. It's about putting together your instruction manual for a healthy long-term transformation success story. That is where we're trying to get to, right? That is that end point. That's when the piece of furniture is built, we've assembled it, we've put in the work, we're proud of that, and then we're willing to sit in and go, damn, that's awesome, I did it. And we're where we want to be. So that's where I want to get you to. And like I said, we just get so locked into the focus point of, I'm doing paleo. This has to be the right thing. I'm putting effort in. And then if it doesn't work out for you for whatever reason, usually not the program's fault, by the way, but some life circumstance happens. And we go on a vacation, we're paleo, hardcore, doing CrossFit, doing paleo, getting great results. We go into a vacation. That's our crash and burn. That's our danger zone moment. And we lose our focus. We regain a lot of weight. We lose a lot of momentum. We get back from vacation. We don't get back to the plan, all right, because we didn't have a plan. We just had a tool. And then we're lost, right? We lose all of our momentum. We regain all that weight. And then we have to start over again down the line. A lot of times we just grab that other random tool out of the toolbox. And again, this is where we struggle. This is where our focus needs to shift. So let's talk about action steps to put together that transformation instruction manual so that you can go a level above. You have to level up our thinking outside of the toolbox, right? I want you to find the right tool for the right job for the right moment in your life. And we can't get into this mindset. The other issue people deal with is the mindset of, I'm CrossFit, only CrossFit works. That's the only program that works for anybody. Everybody should do CrossFit. Like, that doesn't make sense. And that can be applied across the board. Paleo, Weight Watchers, keto, low carb, high carb, carb cycling, lean eating, YMCA, Planet Fitness. All of these are tools, and that's the way you have to start looking at them, and not the end-all be-all of nutrition and fitness solutions for you and for everyone else. We have to get out of the mindset of the cult. Like, I'm a part of this fitness cult or this fitness program, and it's the only solution. And that's where a lot of the people out there creating these things, I feel like we're lost as fitness professionals, where it's an ego game going, my program is better than your program. My diet is better than your diet, where that's usually not even the issue. People are screwing up in their game plan. You don't need a new diet. You don't need a new fitness program. You don't need the latest, greatest fitness, exercise tool. Like, if you do the Thigh Master 3000, it will solve all of the issues. If you are a binge eater, or if you are a stress eater, or if you don't get family support, or if you go on vacation and always gain all your weight back, the Thigh Master 3000 isn't going to do a damn thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need a new diet. We don't need a new fitness program. We need a better game plan. That's what we need. And that's what we're going to focus on here with the rest of this episode. Now, the first thing, as far as action steps, I've got several. I believe I've got 7. All right, looking at my notes. If we're going to talk action steps about putting this instruction manual together, the first thing is, I believe we have to understand what we're trying to build. What's the goal? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? And this is where people will struggle, that are impulse buyers that go, oh, there's this new thing. My friend is doing this new thing. I should also do this new thing. We don't know what we're trying to accomplish. And that's where we try it out, we spend money, and we quit because that goal isn't there. We're just randomly taking action and changing our body, changing our lifestyle, changing our habits. Let me clue you in. It's tough. It's hard as hell. It might be the hardest thing you ever do, right? So if there's no clear goal, like what are you trying to build? Are you trying to build a new bed frame, a new chair, a new couch? Like what are you trying to build? What is the goal? And this is where it starts, people. If you don't know what the goal is, stop taking random action and spend that same time, effort, and energy focusing on formulating your goal. That's the first step. Second step is we have to understand the tools that we have access to. And what I mean by that is with nutrition and with fitness, what do we have experience with? What do we have access to? Maybe there's a gym close by. Obviously, one of the tools, let me clue you in, is this podcast. All right, you can lean on me. You can always reach out and ask questions. Hit me up on Instagram. I always respond. You can email me. You can go to the main website, millionpoundmission.com, hit contact. That goes directly to me. If you're in any of my courses, there's always a comment box underneath all the videos. Just comment. That goes directly to me. I always respond. DM me on Instagram. I always respond. All right, Million Pound Mission on Instagram. Shameless plug. So we have to understand what tools we have access to. What programs have you had experiences with? Have you done Weight Watchers in the past and seen success? Have you done a bodybuilding program in the past and seen success? Have you done a boot camp program in the past and seen success? What tools do you have access to? All right, and on top of that, maybe think about if there's a hole in your game, like I really need a screwdriver. I don't have a screwdriver. Let's go find the right screwdriver, right? So maybe you have to go out and find the right tool. Maybe you have had zero success from any nutrition program and you need to find a different one and you're really interested in learning about the ketogenic diet. Well, let's go learn about the ketogenic diet and see if that's the right tool for the job. All right, so number 2, we have to understand what tools we have access to, what tools we have experience with, and what tools we might need to add to our toolbox. Number 3, we have to pick up the right tool for the job. Again, if the next step in the instruction manual calls for a screwdriver, you don't go get a hammer, and you don't go get a sledgehammer, and you don't go get a jackhammer and just take a random action. All right, you get the right tool for the right job. Now, you have to get the right tool for the right job for the right time in our life. That's why I want to really, really emphasize, you can't get locked into, well, I'm doing Weight Watchers. This is the ultimate solution forever for me. And if it's not, I fail and the program failed me. Because maybe Weight Watchers works really, really good when you are low stress, like everything's going well with your work and your family and you've got a rhythm to your life. But if things get chaotic, maybe it doesn't work. Maybe that's not the right tool for that season of your life. And it's okay to switch up. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm just going to focus on intermittent fasting because that's easier for me to handle. And I'm just plugging and playing different regimens. These are not recommendations because each of you is going to have an individual best tool for the right job. All right. But that's where we have to start thinking along these lines to even learn what that is. All right. So that is number 3. Pick the right tool for the right job for the right season of your life. If you guys ever plug into my stuff like my Million Pound Mission Boot Camp, I give you all types of nutritional regimens, all types of fitness options, because I want to teach you a broad spectrum of tools. And then we start to understand the right tool for the right job for the right season in our life, and we have access to that. So number 4, we have to understand what has disrupted our transformation process in the past and be ready with action steps to overcome those situations. So looking back, what has caused that crash and burn? All right, when we are losing weight, we're getting healthy, we're getting stronger, we're building momentum, and then something happened and we hit that crash and burn. We have to understand that. All right, we can't just be flying blind and, it's like running through a room with the lights off and your eyes closed. You're eventually going to hit a wall. So let's go ahead and turn on the lights. Let's go ahead and open up our eyes and be aware of our surroundings. So looking back in the past, what has caused that moment when you run smack dab right into a wall and knock your damn self out and crash and burn? And we have to come up with action steps. How can we be better prepared if that happens in the future? Number 5, speaking about the future, all right, we have to look forward. You guys know me. I'm the 28-day cycle guy. I love looking out, forecasting 28 days in advance. And that's this next step. What could disrupt our transformation process in the next 28 days? and we have to be ready with action steps. So maybe it's one of those danger zones that has happened before, but let's dial that in a little bit tighter. What's coming up? What's right around the corner? The next 28 days, the next 4 weeks, what could throw us off? And let's get super tight on that. Really get those action steps ready to go. All right. And hopefully you guys are seeing that these are action steps and principles that you can apply to any nutritional program, that you can apply to any fitness program and get better results. That's what I'm talking about, getting our head out of the toolbox and up above in the instruction manual. And that is the level that we need to play at for a little bit. All right. Now, number 6, we have to create clear action steps that are going to bridge the gap between where we are starting at and where we want to be. So we can't just set that goal and say, all right, and now I've got this goal, I've got these tools, and we can't just randomly take action. We have to think about the goal and work our way backwards and say, all right, what are the action steps? How do I start building momentum? How do I start, losing weight? How do I start burning calories? How do I start eating healthier? And this is where we take the tool and we start taking action, right? So normally people just see a new program that's advertised and they start taking action with that program. But that is step number 6 in this process. So they're missing the first 5 steps completely, right? So hopefully this is starting to add a little bit of clarity. Like, this is the point when you start taking action with those nutrition programs, with those fitness programs, and start creating those steps between where you want to be and where you're at now. Now, number 7 is we have to start. So many people, we're great goal setters, we're great planners, but we need to start. I love giving you guys, every interview I do, I ask my guests, I say, I need a 24-hour action step goal for my audience, because I don't want to just be entertaining. I want to put them into action. I want to get their butt into gear and get moving. So what is that action step? What is that thing you need to do in the next 24 hours? All right, I'll give you a couple options. Here with things that I provide. One option, kind of a next level option, is my battle plan workbook. This is a free tool. All right, you go to millionpoundmission.com. Somewhere on that homepage, there will be a free download link for the battle plan workbook. This is my baby. This is like my pride and joy. It is something that I believe is the instruction manual for transformation success. If you follow what I teach you, the step-by-step process, every 28 days, you operate in 28-day cycles with this manual, you're going to see success. I see it every day. People email me every single day saying, dude, game changer. This thing rocked my world. It's exactly what I needed. And it's because of this whole topic that I'm talking about right now, is people are used to just random action, random tools, random results. And it's time to get specific and have a game plan in place. And this tool helps you do it. All right. Now, if you're going to go a next level above that, check out my Transformation ReBoot program. We dive deep with the battle plan workbook. We do the mini mastermind, all of that. Again, you can hang out after the show and I'll tell you more about that later. All right. But those are 2 action steps that you can take, but we have to have some sort of action. I always preach on the podcast, I'm glad that you're connected. I'm glad you're listening in, but my words and my energy, they are wasted if you guys aren't taking this and doing something about it. That is how you change your damn life, right? It's not by just plugging in and, oh, cool, Adam said something cool. How do you take this concept? Because I know 100% that so many of you are impacted by not having a solid game plan in place and taking a random action, seeing those random results and getting super frustrated. Well, for things to change, we have to change. And we do that by making changes. You hear me say it, every meal, every workout, every day. And we take those consistent actions where we show up and we put our goals into action. We just light up, let those goals light you up, let your goals get you on fire, but then you have to put yourself into motion. All right, so hopefully this topic hit home with you. If you have questions about it, this is the kind of next level thinking. People don't think this way. The fitness industry isn't geared this way. The nutrition and fitness industry is built to sell you shit. All right. And, I have programs. I don't have any products. I guess I have like online products, but I don't have a thing that like you give me money and I send you your widget or anything like that. But I have programs, I've got fitness protocols, I've got nutrition protocols that I sell. This is part of how I make my living. But I'm not out there saying, do my Keto Done Right program because it's the ultimate fitness solution that'll solve all your problems. No, what I'm saying is that's a great tool if you need a ketogenic diet in your toolbox. All right. So hopefully you can hear the difference and you can understand that that's just a part of the overall process. And if it's the right tool for the right job, for the right season in your life, then hell yeah, let's do that. And I feel like it's an amazing program. But if it's not, then we're going to waste a lot of time, money, effort, and energy. All right. And that's not what I want to do. That is not what I want to accomplish as a fitness professional. It doesn't matter if I get, $197 in my bank account if that doesn't make an impact on you. All right. So hit me up. Like I said, you can kick me an email. You can hit me up on Instagram, social media, and I'd be glad to dive a little bit deeper on this topic with you because I feel like it is very, very important. I've been live casting on this topic. I've been posting on social media about this topic. I'm trying to get this message out there. So if this one rang true for you, I would love if you'd share it out. Help me spread this message because it shocks people. Like, you don't need a new fitness program. You don't need a new diet. You need a better game plan that you can get better results from any nutrition and fitness program that you want to take action with. So share it out. I appreciate you. And now I want you to get out there and own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I'll see you on the next episode. Hey there. Thanks for hanging out after the show. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I hope that it rang true with you. And if it did, I want you to seriously consider taking a peek at my Transformation ReBoot program. This is a program that is unlike anything else out there because it's not a new diet program. It's not a new fitness program. It is about your transformation game plan. All right, I've set up a 2-phase system. Phase 1 is my 10-day mini mastermind. I take people in small groups and we put them through this 10-day process where we try to stop your negative momentum and build positive momentum. And you exit that 10 days with a 28-day game plan. That transformation instruction manual is in place. Then we move to phase 2, the transformation support community. We surround you with people that are just like you, like-minded people. We're doing live casts, small group chats. We're doing some one-on-one hot seats. We've got a monthly focus topic to keep you on track, to keep adding tools to Transformation Toolbox, and you'll always understand what tool to use for the right moment in your transformation. So I would love to have you check this out. Head on over to millionpoundmission.com, and the registration for our next launch group is only open through this Thursday. So this episode comes out on a Monday. If you're listening to it current, well done. If you're not, just go to the website. You can see when our next launch group is. But if you're up to date, and it is Monday, the 8th of October, 2018, registration is open through Thursday. And if you want to jump in, take action, spots will fill up quickly. And like I said, this is different, but sometimes we have to think outside of the box. Sometimes for things to change, we have to change. And I think that this will be a great option.